Have you ever woken up with hands aching from trying to hold on to too many things? It's not because you were carrying physical weight, but because for decades, your mind has not dared to loosen its grip on the rope of control. We believed that if we didn't hold on tight, everything would collapse. But dear friend, after 60 years of journeying, I've realized this. Peace does not come from gripping tighter. It comes from knowing exactly what is truly within your reach. Welcome back to Buddha Essence Wisdom. If this message touches your heart, please subscribe to join our community of 60+ souls seeking peace. I want you to imagine this. You are rowing a boat down the river of life. Some people choose to give up letting the current sweep them wherever it may, that is passivity. Others struggle to row upstream, exhausting themselves because they want the river to flow according to their will, that is attachment. In Buddhist philosophy, there is a beautiful concept called right effort. This is the middle way. You still hold the oars, you still apply strength, but you do not argue with the flow. Have you ever felt exhausted trying to change the personality of a grown child, or stayed awake all night worrying about a global event you cannot influence? That is when we are applying effort in the wrong place. My experience working with people our age has shown that we are very good at worrying, but not yet skilled at categorizing. Right effort is when you put 100% of your heart into what you can influence, choosing to eat a healthy meal, choosing to speak a kind word to your spouse, or simply choosing to smile at yourself in the mirror. As for the outcome that belongs to the universe, it is like devotedly planting a seed, tending the soil, and watering it daily. That is your effort. But whether that seed sprouts on Monday morning or Thursday afternoon is the business of nature. When you understand this difference, a massive burden falls off your shoulders. You no longer grip so tightly that it hurts, nor do you let go so much that you regret. As we pass the age of 60, many of us carry a heavy, invisible rucksack filled with the weight of regrets. We find ourselves constantly whispering, "If only I had done things differently," or "I should have been better." We replay old scenes in our minds like a movie we hope will have a different ending, but it never does. In my years of practicing meditation and listening to those in their golden years, I've seen how this lingering guilt becomes a barrier to today's joy. But here's the truth. Buddhism teaches us the past is also a form of impermanence, anicca. It has vanished like a dream upon waking. It no longer exists anywhere except in the stories we tell ourselves. When you cling to a mistake you made 20 or 30 years ago, you are essentially shooting yourself with a second arrow. Bang. The original event, the mistake or the loss, was the first arrow. It hurt back then, but by reliving the guilt today, you are the one pulling the bow and wounding yourself again and again. I want you to try something. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your past as a river. You cannot go back and change the path the water took miles upstream. All you can do is stand here on the bank and let the water flow past. Reconciliation doesn't mean you approve of everything you did. It means you accept that the person who made those choices was doing their best with the wisdom they had at that time. By making peace with your history, you are finally emptying your hands. And only when your hands are empty of yesterday can they be truly open to receive the gifts of today. You deserve to live the rest of your life without being your own harshest judge. I want to share with you one of the most powerful images from my years of practice. Imagine you're trying to hold a handful of fresh, cool water. If you clench your fist tightly trying to possess it and keep it from escaping, the water simply squeezes through your fingers and vanishes. Your hand is left strained and empty. But if you gently cup your hand palms open and relaxed, the water rests there peacefully. You can hold it for as long as it chooses to stay. This is exactly how we must learn to hold our lives, especially after 60. Living with open hands is the secret to loving without possessing and helping without controlling. Think about your relationship with your children and grandchildren. We often love them so much that we instinctively clench our fists. We want to protect them from every mistake, dictate their choices, and manage their futures. But that death grip of love often creates the very distance we fear. It creates tension, resentment, and exhaustion for everyone involved. Have you ever noticed that when you finally stop trying to fix or manage your loved ones, they actually lean closer to you? When you open your hands, your love ceases to be a burden and becomes a sanctuary. You become a presence of peace, a place where they can simply be. Your love becomes vast and serene, like the sky rather than a cage. By letting go of the need to control the outcome of their lives, you finally gain the freedom to simply enjoy their presence. For most of our adult lives, we have been sold a story. It's a convincing one, isn't it? It says, if I'm vigilant enough, if I plan every detail, and if I work hard enough, I can prevent bad things from happening. We believed that if we did everything right, we could guarantee the safety of our children, the success of our marriages, and the endurance of our health. In the West, we call this being proactive or responsible. But after 60 years, we must ask ourselves, is it true or is it an exhausting illusion? Think about a friend of mine, Thomas. He worked for the same company for nearly 40 years, loyal and dedicated. He planned his retirement down to the very month, believing his loyalty was a shield against uncertainty. Then at 62, the company downsized, and in one afternoon, his certainty vanished. Or think of those who eat perfectly, exercise daily, and still face a difficult diagnosis, while their neighbor who broke all the rules lives to be 90. The Buddha understood this deeply. He saw that we suffer not because life is uncertain, but because we cling to the illusion of certainty. We try to freeze the river, demanding it stay still. But the nature of water is to flow. When we realize that we never truly had control over the external world, it feels terrifying at first, like a free fall. But soon, that terror turns into the most profound relief you will ever know. You realize you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, because you were never the one holding it up in the first place. In Buddhist teaching, there is a profound story about how we handle pain. The Buddha said that life by its very nature will eventually fire a first arrow at us. This arrow represents the inevitable pains of being human, an aching joint, as we age, the loss of a dear friend, or an unexpected setback. These things hurt. The pain is real and it is objective. But then we do something tragic. We pick up a second arrow and shoot it into ourselves in the exact same spot. This second arrow is our reaction. It is the mental spiral of why me? The constant complaining and the paralyzing anxiety about the future. The first arrow is the physical pain of a diagnosis. The second arrow is the weeks of sleepless nights spent catastrophizing. The first arrow is being stuck in traffic when you're late. The second arrow is the jaw-clenching anger and self-blame that ruins your entire afternoon. I want you to reflect on your own life lately. How many second arrows have you shot into your own heart today? We cannot always duck the first arrow, life happens, but we have the absolute power to refuse the second one. A person of wisdom understands that while we cannot control the wind, we can control how we set our sails. When the first arrow hits, we acknowledge the sting we offer ourselves, compassion, but we refuse to multiply the suffering through resistance. Peace is not the absence of the first arrow. It is the courage to stop firing the second. When we finally stop wounding ourselves with these mental reactions, we begin to notice something beautiful. We stop trying to fix the world and start appreciating its natural rhythm. A rhythm the Buddha called the beauty of impermanence. Finally, we come to the heartbeat of the Buddha's wisdom, anicca, or impermanence. Many people fear this word because they think it only means loss, but I want you to look at it differently today. Impermanence is the very thing that allows the morning sun to rise after a dark night. It is what allows a heavy grief to eventually soften into a quiet memory. Everything is in flux, everything flows. Yet we spend so much of our lives exhausted trying to build stone dams against the river of time, especially as we face aging. We fight the wrinkles, we fight the slowing of our pace, and we fight the changing seasons of our family life. But why fight the very nature of reality? Instead of exhausting yourself by swimming against the current, I invite you to learn how to float. When you accept uncertainty not as an enemy but as the natural rhythm of existence, something miraculous happens. You find a peace that doesn't depend on things staying the same. You begin to appreciate the flower because it will fade, and you cherish the hug of a grandchild because you know this moment is a fleeting gift. In these golden years, accepting that we are not in control of the river allows us to finally enjoy the scenery along the banks. Peace is available right now, even in the midst of difficulty, the moment you stop demanding that life be permanent. Thank you for sitting with me today at Buddha Essence Wisdom. It has been a true honor to share these reflections with you. If this message has brought a sense of calm to your day, please subscribe to join our community of 60+ souls seeking peace. Until we meet again, may you walk forward with open hands, a light heart, and the courage to let life flow just as it is. Be well.